Now, tech bro Mark Zuckerberg is saying that our work culture has become too feminized. And in a way, that's kind of true, as in women and male billionaires are better equipped in this economy than the average man is. While most men can still look up at the top and see themselves represented, they're seeing a false image. Reeves makes this point that there are likely a lot of women in like law firms out there who find this male failure thing ridiculous because the ones at the top are still overwhelmingly men. But if you're looking at the lower and middle class, the picture is different. David French wrote a piece about the economic struggles women are facing after a talk he had, a disagreement, I should say, with Jordan Peterson. He wrote, "There's a competing thesis to Peterson's about the crisis in young men, that it's much less related to ideology than it is to technology. The Industrial Revolution and the information age have fundamentally changed our way of life, and we're still figuring out how to adapt to changes that are inevitable and irresistible. Deindustrialization and the age of information have far more impact on men than any element of the culture war. Combine the industrial and information revolutions with a lull in great power conflict and the end of the Cold War, and you have factories that need fewer workers and require less brute strength, armies that need fewer soldiers and are less dependent on huge infantry formations, and farms that are heavily automated." One example of this that I heard about was that poor men in Appalachia have historically worked in the mines or whatever, and now those jobs are gone. And now healthcare is the number one industry in their area. Healthcare is like huge right now, guys. But here's the thing. When it comes to receptionists and nurses and those that run the facilities and make good money doing it, normally the people in those positions are women. Those men don't want to work in healthcare. They don't want to move industries. They expected to work some industrial job that doesn't exist anymore. So, and this goes back to feminism and like realistically, men need to get over their attachment to like masculine jobs and consider becoming a receptionist. But it's also a perfectly understandable frustration that the job your dad and grandpa had does not exist anymore, and so you have to pivot your life entirely. That's hard.